Hello everybody. A little video that I promised on the Facebook. I'm gonna try to make it short. It doesn't have so much to talk about it, but it's kind of like important to be explained of what's going on. Real Lottie actually asked in my last video of the divine timing why the dark night of the soul, divine masculine, comes in always at 3 a.m. till 5 a.m. Okay, so I'm gonna read actually the question that she asked. I promise I'm gonna make a excuse me, a video. Um, she said, I mind my own business and I do my work and I stay in high energy love and light. What drives me bonkers is the duality conscious state, the heavy energy that belonged to my twin. Dio, do you have a video about this? My divine masculine dark night of the soul gives me anxiety, depression, insomnia. It's so bad, it's always at night time and 3 till 5 a.m. So, here's the video that I'm going to be making it. The duality of consciousness. The duality of consciousness, it comes in because of the reason of unfinished business between you and your twin flame. But that is a business that it's not like all casual, all usual. You just two separated. They don't care. You're gonna know you'll find somebody else, and they're gonna find somebody else, and you just split it apart. And the rest of the lives, you're gonna be hating each other. See what happens when you have a connection to the soul? We can't escape it. It exists. So the duality of consciousness comes in because of their own thoughts of about you, that you are all the time present in their thoughts. It aggravates them. It's the same thing that aggravates you. Their presence inside of your thoughts pretty much all the time. So what happening is those triggers brings the darkness, brings the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul, that is a process where you are put into a darkness in order you to see the light. It's an enlightenment through the darkness because there is nothing else inside of you. You are mad, pissed, angry, and so on. So you trigger that part, but when your twin flame is triggered and passing to you, you might feel that conscious state. Usually that brings a lot of guilt. And real Adi, I made a video about the guilt of your twin, how to do it, that it's not belong to you. You have to shift it back to them. They can look at it themselves. They can look at it what they did wrong for themselves. This is their own realization. Just because they feel guilty about you and bring that guilt feeling inside of you, which is you did nothing wrong. If you commit and you admit and you said, I'm a twin flame out there and everybody knows and you know your truth and you stay in your truth, you have no guilty conscience about anything and anything. Simply because you explain yourself the truth. About them, that they have the guilty feelings, that is a completely different story. They can sit in silence and ignorance and the guilt gonna stay inside of them. That is their guilt, not yours. So you asked me if I have a video on this. That is about that video. I will suggest it to you. And give me some anxiety, depression, insomnia. It's so bad. It's always at nighttime, 3 till 5 a.m. 3 to 5 a.m. That is the divine time because that is the divine position where you begin to sleep and your ego doesn't have any more resistance inside of you. You put suppression of the ego when you go to sleep and only the soul is awake. So the 3 a.m. has always been a divine time. There is a song of KLF, 3 a.m. It's eternal. It's talking about the revolution and the change. Well, they knew something of the consciousness part that you can go ahead and listen to that song if you want to. You can find the script of that song. That's the lyrics. That is entirely up to you. But 3 a.m. that is the time when the soul actually awakes, and the soul connects to the consciousness. If you watch the divine timing video, the soul through the connections through the Holy Spirit and through the guidance, connects directly through the God, and you are able to hear the messages. You are waking it up from those messages. You're receiving those messages very clear. For me in the beginning, that 3 o'clock and 33 minutes was aggravating because I was awakening up at 3 o'clock and 33 minutes, and all I hear, you're going to get divorced, you're going to find the right partner for you, you're going to learn love. 3 o'clock, 33 minutes. And I wanted to deadly to sleep. And I go to sleep, and the next night is the same thing. And the next night is the same thing. And a month later, I changed my job, and when I changed my job, I found my twin. So you get your messages at 3 o'clock, between 3 and 5. When you begin to evolve, you're going to be able to hear those messages during the day. So maybe it's not going to be that bad during at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. But for some reason, you probably maybe going to be still waking up between 3 till 5 a.m. And that is the reason that the soul wants its own messages, its own time. Soul wants to do the right thing about the right listening. What is that all about, though? There is a quote out in the net. I love the 3 a.m. version of people: vulnerable, honest, and real. When 3 a.m. hits and you get those messages in the soul, you begin to live in on your truth. You begin to be vulnerable. What did say vulnerable? Used to say the things that you need to say without give any doubts or without giving any prejudgments. How others will judge you, how others will thinking about you, how they may take your messages about you. You say the truth that it's inside of you, and you're not gonna care about anything. You become yourself wide open. People can perceive you the way they can perceive you. It is not about them. It is about you. Honest. You begin to be honest because you understand the soul it's teaching inside of you at 3 o'clock in the morning. You begin this honest person that you begin to talk, and you are who you are. And you become real. Why? Because the fake society creates that fake image of yourself that you're trying to fit within the society. Well, when the 3 a.m. hits, the soul gets its messages. Guess what? The soul says, this is not real, that is not real, that is not real, here's the real deal. And you become that real personality. And that's why you change so much. That's why you evolve so much into it. And about the twin flames. Hell exists. It's here. 3 a.m. awaken and without you. And a lot of the twin flames, that part right here, it's going to be very hard. Because the soul know where it's belong to. The soul is looking for that part. The soul understands that part. The reality, though, is completely different. The reality creates that hell of a person that you're connected with it, but there is nothing you can share like in the real world. And this is why you need to be able to understand your messages. You need to be able to evolve. You need to be able, capability of listening to your soul. If you don't listen to your soul during the days, the messages that you get, the things that you receive, the 3 a.m. is really going to be a hell for you. But if you listen, if you understand, if you wake up, let's say, for example, at 4 o'clock, and then you begin to wake up 5, you begin to understand on the right road that you're getting your own messages. And don't be shocked when this begins to become a very, very so often during the Mercury retrograde. That is the part when the messages and soul, they get turned on 1,000 So you're gonna be probably, if you awaken personality, you awaken soul, you will be probably getting all those messages all the time. But the most important part for you when you get those messages, it doesn't matter what the messages are, you to perceive the messages with one thing that I always say to you guys. You need to look from perspective of how to live your life to be loved, to be looking with the point state of love, with understanding. Somebody wants to screw up and be so bad. Okay, well, look at it from let them screw up. That's what they're gonna learn. Love their part of what they want to do. Just understand them. You cannot change people. You have to understand people. They have to change themselves. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope this video a little bit helping you out, and be loved.